The doctor is in and... Oh, Jeremy said I needed an intro. Here are some records I found. Here are some records I found.
Howdy, y'all. The doctor's in, and you're in the Del Show. First up is Johnny Cash sings the songs that made him famous. This is his second record on Sun, and this is a 1966 Capitol Record Club reissue from Canada. It's still got the Sun label, so it's really cool. Next up is This Is Fair and Young. My favorite track on this album was Live Fast, Love Hard, Die Young. That's a crazy, awesome track, and the rest of the album's really good too. Here's Tennessee Ernie Ford with 16 Tons. That's on Capitol Starline. Here's a Canadian classic, Stompin' Tom Connors live at the Horseshoe. Bud the Spud, Sudbury Saturday Night, Big Joe Mufferaw. It's a great album. I'm always happy to find the George Jones, and this one's I'll Share My World With You on Columbia. It's got Heartaches and Hangovers, I'll Share My World With You, and The Race Is On. And George Jones' all-time greatest hits on Epic. Waylon Jennings is another one of my all-time favorite country artists, and here he is singing Harlan Howard's Tiger by the Tail and other songs by Harlan Howard. Here's one I had on CD and cassette and I was hoping to find on vinyl, Steve Earle, Copperhead Road. When I posted this on the Facebook VC page, it just blew up. There's a lot of love out in the VC for Steve Earle and especially Copperhead Road. Here's another killer Canadian classic, Ronnie Hawkins and the Hawks with Ronnie Hawkins. This has got them all on there. 40 Days, Odessa, Mary Lou, Ruby Baby, Dizzy Miss Lizzie, One of These Days, What You Gonna Do When Your Creek Runs Dry. I highly recommend picking up a copy of this if you find it. It was my good buddy Joey Gamble in high school that hung the nickname Del on me. And the reason I let it stick is because my favorite movie still to this day is Planes, Trains and Automobiles, and I really relate to John Candy's character Del. Now here's the real namesake, Del Shannon with Runaway. I was super stoked to get this original Canadian pressing because I only had a reissue of it, and I was happy to find that at Retro Sound and Vinyl. Our friend Sasha, who Record Man and I do record shows with it from time to time, had this, and I got a really good deal on it, and I thank him. I'm going to post a link below so you can check out his site. And here's where I get to say, Del is awesome. Thanks a lot, Sasha, for helping me put this in my collection. Record Man and I bought a collection of stuff, and I got a bunch of cool 8-tracks, and he got some really rare, awesome 45s, and this was my score, was the Buddy Holly and the Crickets on Coral. I love the spaghetti western soundtracks, and my mom gave me this one, Hang 'em High. Thanks, Ma. I was lucky to find this one at a yard sale, Tim Hardin 1 on Verve. I don't have a lot of folk stuff, so finding Phil Ock's Pleasures of the Harbor was cool. From what I understand, there are a lot of people in the local area that also enjoy the Pleasures of the Harbor. I didn't really know what to make of this album the first time I heard it. The incredible string band, but I've listened to it like 3 times now, and it's growing on me each time. And by the 3rd time, I'm starting to really like it. So yeah, that's the Hangman's Beautiful Daughter. Here's some folky pop psych, and R. Dean Taylor with I Think Therefore I Am. This one's got Indiana Wants Me, which was a huge pop hit, and Gotta See Jane, which is a really cool psychedelic number. I picked up this Record Store Day 2014 issue of Randy Newman's debut album, Randy Newman. Just love this guy. This came under heavy recommendation from my deadhead buddy Dave, and I've seen it posted on the VC too, and people really go wild over it. I gotta recommend it as well. David Crosby, if I could only remember my name. This is like a who's who of California's rock. It's got the Jefferson Airplane on here, Grateful Dead, including Jerry Garcia, and it's just, you gotta check it out. It's a really great piece of work. And my favorite singer-songwriter of all time, Bob Dylan with Dylan. This is an album of all covers that he did, and I just love his treatments of all these songs. And I already had this album, of course, but this is a UK copy on CBS, Orange Label, so I was really happy to find that. And here's a 3-album compilation, The Music People. It's just an okay compilation. It's got some good stuff on it, but the reason I really wanted to keep it was it's got a Bob Dylan track on here that's not on any other vinyl that I know of. It's the Grand Coulee Dam. It's a song by Woody Guthrie, and it's a live version, and I think it's with the band on here, so that's really cool. I'm going to stick that with the Dylan records up in my collection. Record Man and I found this in a collection we bought, and it's Dylan's self-portrait. I was super stoked when I found it. It was an original pressing, It's a gatefold, and it's a nice textured cover, and it's on the. It's really hard to find on this 2i 360. That looks like a penis. Here's a little less erotic shot of it. So yeah, that's a super gem for me, and thanks Record Man for helping me find it. That's all I have to show for you this time, so thanks for watching.